Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it is just Marco here once again. And I was debating about what video that I should do today because I had a couple that I could choose from, and I just have not felt like doing one of the videos that I need to do. Because the weather changed again, and so I wanted to do like a simpler video and probably a shorter video, but something that I was kind of interested in talking about because everyone loves Harry Potter. At least everyone who has a heart loves Harry Potter. I loved Harry Potter as a kid. I was a huge fan of the material as a kid, and not the books. I didn't read the books. I couldn't really get into them, but I really loved the movies. I loved the games, like the video games. I loved the jelly beans you could get at the mall. They had the every flavor beans, and they had like grass flavor and booger flavor and all that kind of fun stuff. I still remember how those tasted. And just so many fun, like, memories. Like, Harry Potter was, like, comfort food as a kid. And then, of course, it gets darker as the series goes on. And, when the show comes out, Safi and I, we were going to go through the film series last year, but we're going to go through it when the show comes out, to kind of re-go through like what it's like as an adult, like the series as a whole, because the main thought that I have about the series now, no matter how much I loved the series as a kid and loved just Harry Potter as a kid, as an adult, I look back and I almost feel like it's very, very superficial. And I know that that's going to get a lot of people mad, which this is just my impression as an adult who, I've watched one or two of them once in a while. I watched the first one. I've seen the third one, the second one a couple of times. The other ones I don't really care to go back and watch at all, to be honest. Like, there's nothing really there that interests me. But the first three I really enjoy watching. And on and off. And what I feel like is that the franchise is very, very one-dimensional, because it's almost like window dressing. You have at the core this story that's very, very basic, and like there's a chosen one, and he's got to defeat the bad guy when he grows up, and he has to have his little team, and he's got to have a mentor, the old guy mentor who dies, Dumbledore. I mean, that's not satire. That's literally the story. That's literally the fucking plot structure of the series, and it's a classic plot structure. I'm not saying that it's bad, but it feels like there's really not anything else besides that. Like, a lot of people talk about, like, oh, they could have done this, they could have done that if they didn't do this new series. And to them, I say, would it really be interesting? Really? Like, they really need to, like, create, like, a Better Call Saul for Harry Potter, because that's the only way. It is, they need to come up with some kind of an actual story. But there's no story. There's nothing else except for this basic classic story structure, the hero's journey with Harry Potter. That's the only story. Yes, you can add stuff from the books that wasn't in the movies. And yes, you can make characters feel more true to the book. Well, most of the characters, that is. And we'll get to that. Don't worry. But I just don't know, like, what the point of this show is. Like, it's basically just exposing that, like, even Warner Brothers doesn't think that there's anything else to do. And I think it's weird, too, because, like, why can't you do like a sequel story to the original Harry Potter series? Why can't you come up with some kind of an actual story? Like, I gotta be honest, guys. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy on and off, and it is just, it might be the worst video game that I've ever played. I love the old Harry Potter video games, but Hogwarts Legacy is a fucking nightmare. It is so boring. It is so bland. It's like, oh my god, how many cutscenes am I going to have to sit through? This is so boring and slow. It is so slow, and that's coming from me. That's coming from someone who likes TV shows to go to 10 seasons and have 22 episodes a season. That's coming from someone who likes 3-hour movies. Hogwarts Legacy just exposes, like, okay, Harry Potter's done, so there's no story now. There's no story that you can tell. There's nothing interesting here. It's just running around and, oh, you want to learn a new spell? You want to learn how to set things on fire? And it's like, that's all it is. It's so bad. I hate Hogwarts Legacy. I hate it so badly. And you know what else? Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It really should be called Fantastic Beasts and Why the Fuck Would I Care About This? Because again, there's no story. Where's the story? Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's like window dressing. It's like, oh yeah, here's some stories in the Harry Potter universe, and there's just nothing. It's just like nothing. It's like when you're expecting a present, and you think you're gonna get something. You think you're gonna get a new gaming system, and then Christmas Day comes, and you get a pair of socks, and you get some new shirts. That's what this show is like. That's what all of this new Harry Potter stuff is like. It's like, sorry, we don't have anything interesting for you here. We just have regurgitated slop. We have a bad video game that that is just like it's like getting 10 root canals at once. That's how boring it is. I mean, I've gotten 2 root canals. Both of them were like 3 hours long, and or 2.5 to 3 hours long. And that's what Hogwarts Legacy, the game, is like. That's my review of that game. And so it's just like, again, this series is so bad. Without even watching it, I don't need to watch it. Someone else, they left this pathetic essay on my Spider-Man brand new slop trailer review, and they just went on and on and on and said like I was criticizing something I haven't seen yet. And it's like, I wonder why, because this is a trailer review. I'm saying this looks bad based on this trailer, and based on this trailer, Harry Potter is going to be trash. It is going to be complete trash. It's going to be the same old, modern Hollywood shit. There's going to be maybe a couple of good things about it. Maybe. There might be some good performances. I don't know. I'm not holding out hope. It's like, I'm trying to think of like a candy, because this show is like one of those, this show is like Necco wafers. You know those fucking Necco wafers that old people like, that you take out of the little roll, and they're all dusty and shit? They got like dinosaur shit all over them. Like, they're just like, they taste like chalk. Like that's what this Harry Potter show is like. It's like the fucking Necco wafers of television. It is the Necco wafers of, I don't know, just shit. And so let's just start off with the fact, the bad editing, the bad color grading, once again, the emo color graders have struck again. And, the emo color graders in Hollywood, they're fucking stupid. They suck. They should all quit and go jump off a cliff. Go jump off a cliff in Minecraft, that is, because they just suck at their jobs. I'm so sick and fucking tired of seeing new movies and TV shows coming out of Hollywood where you can't... Number one, the lighting's bad because you can't see anything. Everything's in the dark. Everything is in the fucking dark. Even when and they talk about this, like, when you have a black actor, you have to be able to light them properly so as to be able to see them. And yet you have this token black Snape, and they can't even light him properly, and so you can't even see him in the show, and you can't even see other characters either. It's like everything is in the fucking dark. It's in Hogwarts. It's supposed to be this whimsical, magical place. You don't want Voldemort and all the Dementors to come in and bring darkness into Hogwarts. Well, guess what? Sorry, guys. The darkness is already here. I mean, it looks so dark and creepy, Hogwarts does. It looks like it looks like a front for Epstein Island. Like, you have to wonder, like, is Hogwarts connected to Epstein Island somehow based on this trailer? Like, the Hogwarts in this show, it looks like a creepy child, like, torture cannibal factory. It looks so miserable. Like, who the hell would want to go to Hogwarts in this universe? And then you got Hobo Hagrid. Nick Frost. He manifested being Hagrid, and he literally looks like Nick Frost going to a Harry Potter theme party dressed as Hagrid. He's not doing any kind of a voice like, "Hey, I'm Hagrid. Hello, Harry. I'm here to pick you up and take you to Hogwarts." That's what he's supposed to sound like. And fucking Nick Frost, he just sounds like, "Hey, I'm Nick Frost. I was in the Hot Fuzz movie with Simon Pegg." He does not sound like Hagrid. The first thing I thought when I saw this version of Hagrid, the Hobo Hagrid, hashtag Hobo Hagrid, the first thing I thought is, what the fuck is this shit? Some fucking Oliver Twist? Is this a fucking Harry Potter or fucking Oliver Twist with fucking Fagin and shit? Fagin and Bill Sykes and all that shit? Like, that's what this fucking Hagrid looks like. He looks straight out of Oliver Twist. I mean, it just, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" That's like the fucking fans, the fanboys who are eating this shit up and saying, "Oh my god, oh my heart's so full right now." You fanboys are going up to Warner Brothers and going, "Please, sir, can I have some more Harry Potter?" That's what you're like. This is trash. This trailer is trash. What do I shit on next? Well, I will say, going back to the color grading, because I talked about the lighting. There's no lighting on this show. They didn't have a budget. They had millions of dollars. They had to build a school. They literally had to build a school for the child actors of the show, but they don't got no lighting. Now, here's the thing. The color graders, whoever does the color grading in Hollywood, they need to be taken out to pasture in Minecraft because they're sucking all the soul and color out of everything. And I don't know if they're teaching this in film school. I don't know what kind of retarded idiot is teaching this color grading bullshit. I don't know why they are sucking the color out of movies. It is like Dementors are going into every single film and TV show, and they're sucking all the color and all the joy out of everything. And people hate it. That's the thing. People hate it. But you know what? I'm making my own movies that actually have color in them. So if you want to check that out, you just have to stay tuned. I have a short film, but I don't want to recommend that right now because that's for the end of the video. So You know what this could have been? Because I'm a big fan of The Shining. The Shining is one of my favorite movies. Stanley Kubrick is one of the greatest directors in history. He was incredible. Directors need to start being more like him, to be honest, and less like, I don't know, whoever directed this show. Probably a soy boy who is just a yes man to Warner Brothers. Probably a soy boy puppet who couldn't stand on his own 2 feet and direct something with art and with a vision. Because that's the other thing. Before I get on to the other issue, The Shining, that this has become one of the biggest issues in film right now. It is a plague on indie movies, and it is a plague on studio movies. There is no vision. There is no vision anymore. There used to be something called artistic vision, where one person had a vision, other people contributed, but it all started with the one vision. And now it has become more about, I don't know how to describe, like a factory product. A movie or a show has to be made this certain way. You have to have these certain people to do these certain things. You have to have these kinds of shots. You have to color grade it this certain way. There's no vision anymore at all. You see it in indie movies. There's no vision anywhere. And you see it in shit like this, in slop like this. If you went to AI and you asked AI, create me a Harry Potter trailer, it would probably come up with something like this. If not, it would probably do a better job. Because to be honest, and that's pretty bizarre too. I mean, that's pretty sad. But, it has gotten to the point now where there's no vision anymore. It's just all about cranking out product. It's not about the art. It's not about actually making something that's good or caring about story or characters. And we've seen that with this trailer, with the casting that they did, the casting debacles, the cosplay costumes in this fucking trash show that I don't give a fuck about. We have seen the disrespect to the characters from a 2-minute trailer. So, now, I love The Shining. The first thing I thought when I heard about this stupid show that shouldn't have been made, the first thing I thought was that this could be like the Shining TV miniseries. I am actually one of the people who likes both versions. I don't love the TV miniseries. I think it's kind of corny, cheesy. The kid who plays Danny is just the most annoying piece of shit in the world. But I love the series, the miniseries, the movie, whatever you want to call it. I love it still because it feels like you're getting like the book in movie form, whereas the whereas the original movie was its own thing. So I felt like, okay, maybe this could be akin to the Shining miniseries. And they could show all the stuff that they didn't show, which they showed a little bit in this trailer. But mostly, it was just kind of a montage of characters. It was, typical, like, teaser, like, epic music, like, just long, just blaring epic music and generic lines like, you can't be anyone, or you're going to be a hero, or, you're going to be really good. Just the same old lines we've always heard before. And I'm not familiar with the books. It's funny, though. The only book that I've ever read in the Harry Potter series is the second half of the last book. And I read it just because I wanted to know what happened before the movie came out. Because I didn't like that they split Deathly Hallows up into 2 parts. I thought that was also unnecessary to me. But yeah, where was I at with that? Well, I'm trying to think, like, number one, you would think if they want to show you that this is faithful to the book, I would have thought that there would be some kind of iconic lines from the book that they would use in the trailer. Some kind of iconic, like, lines that, like, only a fan of the books would recognize. Because if I was doing a trailer, or I was doing this stupid show, which I would never do, well, never say never, but no. But if I did, the first thing I would do is I want to put in a scene from the book or a quote that the fans would recognize that was very impactful. And I didn't really hear any line here that was really impactful. It was just kind of generic, like, AI-generated slop lines. And let's get to the Dursleys. Because for some reason, the Dursleys are on Ozempic, and they look like pretty people. And that's one of the biggest issues with this show so far, is that all of these people are pretty people, and that's not what Harry Potter is. Harry Potter is regular people. It's supposed to be relatable, and that's something too. That's something that's dangerous when you have a story like this that's like, oh, this is the chosen boy. You know, there has to be relatability there. And there's no relatability on this show at all for anyone. Everyone is a pretty person. The Dursleys, they do not look like they're supposed to look like. And so right off the bat, the Dursleys do not look like, the characters. And then, I will say, I was really excited for Professor McGonagall and Dumbledore, because if you guys should check out this show called The Old Man. It has John Lithgow and the actress playing McGonagall in this show, and they play ex-husband and wife, and it's really, really fun. It's really good, kind of. Well, I wish there was a season 3. They ended it on this huge cliffhanger, and it really bothers me that they're not, doing one last season, because the actors are so old. And, they really need to take advantage now. But I was excited to see them. And again, both of them look terrible. John Lithgow's Dumbledore, wolf. His Dumbledore, he looks so stupid. He doesn't... I swear to God, I don't know, and J.K. Rowling or whoever did someone, for the original books, they did these incredible illustrations of the characters, and again, you'd think that they would try to make the characters look like the characters in the book, but they don't. They make the characters look stupid. To me, this is like the Harry Potter theme park experience. This is like Martin Scorsese says, Marvel movies are a theme park roller coaster. This show is a theme park roller coaster. It is so fake. It is so... You can just tell it's purely a money grab, a nostalgia grab, because there's no story to tell. If there is a story to tell, maybe they should tell that one instead of the story that's already been told before. But if they were, why don't you make it like the books? And then let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the token Snape. Now, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck if you call me racist. I don't give a fuck. Because I know I'm not racist, and it's really strange, too, because whenever people online discuss whitewashing of characters, they never have to preface that, hey, I'm not racist, but I didn't like Scarlett Johansson in Ghost in the Shell. That's whitewashing, and it's not racism. It nothing to do with white people, nothing to do with hating white people. It's just that I didn't like that. They never have to do that, but for some reason, when it comes to castings like this, every single fucking time we have to get on here and say, no, I just want to note, I am not racist, but I do not like that they brown-washed this character that is originally white. In the illustrations, he's white. In the books, he's white. And for some reason, they have tokenized the most emo white character. Snape is he is the most white character in fiction besides Snow fucking White. But let's not even talk about Snow fucking White. You know why? Because we all know why. We all know what happened last year. And by the way, you guys can listen to my commentary for Snow White on Patreon if you want to support this channel more. And see my short film, County Fear. Yeah. But anyways, this actor that they got to play Snape, he just looks so stupid. I mean, he has a two-way zipper. I mean, that is just the most stupid. I mean, even without the fact that he is not white like Snape is supposed to be, because they brown-washed the character, they race-swapped the character, he looks nothing like Snape is supposed to. He's got dreads, he's got a two-way zipper. He just looks so dumb. He looks like some idiot cosplayer going to a Halloween party. So, Token Snape, nobody wanted to see that, and people have also brought up great points about how, there's going to be a lot of implications with that, a lot of, Harry Potter's dad was racist and all that kind of stuff, so I hope they have fun with that, because I hope it was worth it. Now, let's get to the main characters, the kids. I'm not even going to talk about whatever's going on with Malfoy. He looks like a fucking Twitch streamer. I mean, it is a modern show. I could definitely imagine they made fucking Draco Malfoy and his little gang of hooligans. They're going on Twitch. They're making Twitch streams. He's trying to looks max. That's a idiotic, retarded term that was created by retarded Twitch streamer who actually got arrested, and he's going to prison. But this Malfoy, I don't know what they were thinking with that. And even the Hogwarts logo, even the seal, the Hogwarts seal, the crest, whatever you call it, it looks terrible. Isn't it just like a tree or two trees that are intertwined? That's fucking stupid. Just so many things about this that just look terrible. And it just makes you it just begs the question of why was this made? And lastly, let's talk about the main trio. Harry Potter looks very strange. There's just something weird about him. There's something weird in the way that they've made him look. People have talked about his teeth are all perfect, and he almost has this kind of older look to him, even though he's really young. And I find that really, really odd. Now, I will say, I think that Ron looks good. I think that he looks like the character, pretty much. I think that he is doing a good job from what I've seen. And then Hermione, I'm not going to, I'm not going to criticize her because, she's just a kid. But still, I don't have any I don't have anything to say about that. I mean, she looks like she's going to do a good job. Like, to be honest, like, the main issue that I have in terms of race swaps is Snape. Like, all the other characters, for the most part, like, except for Harry and a couple others, like, it wouldn't bother me so much. Like, Hermione, she's not really bothering me. I think that she looks like she's the character. She's probably going to do a really, really good job. And so I'm not going to put her down. But the guy playing Snape, he is a complete sellout. And now, of course, he's playing the victim. You know, he's playing the victim card because, of one thing or another, of like a couple of fans have done or something. But like, the race swapping has got to end. The gender swapping has got to end. The forced agendas have got to end. Or else you're just going to keep getting the same old shit. If you want to keep getting the same old shit, I mean, this show, that's the ironic part, is that people act like they're doing something revolutionary by having a tokenized Snape. You're really not. You're just exposing that there's nothing else to do. Because if there was something else to do, why wouldn't you do that instead of like, oh, look, we changed the race of one of the characters? Like, wow, that's so innovative. No one's ever done that before, especially a character who isn't supposed to be that way. Oh my god, that's so creative and innovative. So yeah, overall, I would give Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone official teaser, I would give it a fuck you. I would give it an F-. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. And, I'm glad that I don't pay for HBO Max. I hate streaming services. I really despise them. And something else that's hilarious, and this is the same thing that the Fallout showrunner said. These TV showrunners, they only do like a measly 8 to 10 episodes of television. It's basically like glorified movies, glorified miniseries. And yet, these showrunners are going in these interviews and they're saying that we're not able to make one season a year. That's just not possible. And that is the biggest bunch of bullshit in history. Because if you go back to old shows, they did 22 episodes a season, they did 40 episodes a season, and they did these shows every single year. Because that is what being a TV show is all about. You have 20 episodes or more, and you have one season a year. That is literally the entire point of a TV show. But unfortunately, they have destroyed television. It all started with Breaking Bad. It all started with Vince Gilligan before he was drooling all over Rhea Seehorn and trying to get into her pants with Pluribus and Better Call Kim. He was destroying television by saying, TV shows need to stop overstaying their welcome. And, you can't have 5 seasons of a show or more because that's overstaying its welcome. And you can't have more than 13 episodes or else the TV show is overstaying its welcome. And you know what happened? After there were just 13 episodes, you would only get 10. And after you got 10, you would only get 8. And now, some shows, they only get 6. And in Britain, in the UK, where you get arrested for posting memes on the internet, you only get like 4 episodes every like 8 years or something. It's really bad in the UK. But anyways, fuck this show. Fuck the people who made it. I hope they get cursed. They get a curse, like in the Harry Potter world. And I hope that Voldemort gets them or something. I don't know. I'm being really childish now. So anyways, please like this video and comment, and please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more honest videos like this, because I'm going to keep it honest. I don't care if you think that I'm being mean or whatever. Like, I really don't care. And then, yeah, if you want to support this channel more, please go and check out our Patreon page. We have spoiler-filled hour-long movie reviews, bonus content, rankings, tons of upcoming content, and my short film. And that is it. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.